This is so crazy. 2020 has been the most insane year already.
Yeah.
And here we are heading into August, and now we're talking about our first hurricane.
Isaias.
Exactly.
Yeah, which is actually the Portuguese version of Isaiah. So
Isaiah.
Funny a little bit over here in this area.
Exactly, in this area.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like by the time it gets here, it's going to be a tropical storm, which is better for us, but still something to be
something
aware
to
of.
Definitely, keep an eye out for. Absolutely.
So I thought maybe we could, as being Servpro, share with our viewers some helpful hints, because I think that it's important to not panic, but prepare. And that way, if something should happen, people know what to do, who to call, and maybe, take some of the anxiety out of what's coming.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's so cute what you said, not panicking, but being prepared, which is something that we live by, being ready for whatever happens.
Exactly.
We always want to make sure that we're prepared for, keeping on top of radars. And I know you were tracking it. I was on NOAA earlier this morning just to see what we should expect in this area. So I know you have some helpful hints that you were looking into. Can you share what some of those are?
Yeah, so I think that, just instinctively, especially in this area, having a hurricane or a tropical storm is not new to us.
No.
We've been through several.
Just 2020 was a storm in itself.
It's a storm. But we're navigating through. Yeah. But just making sure, let's not go crazy, let's not panic, let's not all rush to the store and buy everything off the shelf.
Right.
But make sure that you have enough water. Mm-hmm. Make sure that you have batteries.
Toilet paper is restocked.
Toilet paper is restocked. Paper towels.
Yeah, milk and bread.
Definitely making sure that your sump pumps are functioning.
Yes.
Give those a test.
Absolutely.
And making sure that you have batteries in your fire extinguishers, but that they're up to date, rather.
Oh, yes.
And then batteries
fire
in
alarms,
your fire alarms is what I meant to say.
The smoke detectors.
Smoke detectors, making sure those are all working, which you should really do monthly anyway. I know I always test mine.
You're so prepared.
Well, I try. And typically they go off in the middle of the night when it's a low battery.
Yeah.
But if you just set a reminder to do those monthly anyway, so this is a really good time to make sure that those are working.
Absolutely.
So that you're safe. Making sure that you have any drain spouts that might not be clogged with leaves or grass or anything, or have any obstruction, so that the water has somewhere to go.
Absolutely.
For sure. Medicines. If you take a regular medicine, make sure that that is filled and that you have an ample supply should you not be able to get to the pharmacy. And then, of course, making sure that you have a little bit of cash just in case ATMs and banks should need to be closed for a period of time. I think just, really just thinking through what types of food do you need, and of course unperishables would be the best, so that you can get through, a few days.
Right, yeah, anything canned would be good, or frozen foods that could be kind of eaten, or that kind of thing.
Yeah, quick on the go.
Quick on the go, absolutely. Those are also like some helpful tips. I love what you said about making sure that the water flows away from your home, because if something does happen, all of that water from those storms, you may not think it's a problem now, but when it's torrential downpour, and all of a sudden your roof is leaking and you're wondering where this water is coming from, well, it's because your gutters haven't been cleared in a while. So definitely checking those is super important.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. So, are your windows sealed? Are there any, visible leaks that maybe you haven't dealt with? Maybe try to, use something temporary to get those patched up. And I think just another really important thing is to just make sure that you have gas in your car, because should you need to evacuate, how that goes, you see it on the news all the time. There's so many people at the gas station and they run out of gas, or you can't get gas. So really want to just prepare so that, you're not in a panic mode should something happen. Probably won't be the last time we hear about this for this year, because who knows?
It is hurricane season,
and it is 2020.
Anything can happen.
Exactly. And then, of course, should something happen, we're here to help.
Right.
That's what we do. That's what we're equipped to do. We're 24/7. We are here available. We would have crews available to you, whether it be, a water damage, some XF water coming in through a roof, or through
fallen trees.
Means,
it's so common.
Exactly.
I was actually just talking to one of my Servpro friends, regional, kind of like all around the country, and they were actually starting to go down to Florida because they're the ones who are going to be hit the hardest.
Right.
So if something were to happen like that, I'm just so thankful that Servpro is this nationwide brand that can all come together and join forces so that we're able to help restore our communities.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you're someone who travels, or you have people in those other southern states that are going to be hit, you probably will see the Servpro disaster recovery teams, and they travel in these huge fleets,
like
huge
extreme teams.
Exactly.
It's awesome.
And
we're
really excited that we're a part of all of that, because even though we are individualized franchises, we are Servpro.
There's just such a bigger picture at play, and there's so many people just coming together, and that's just what I love about this brand, how we're able to help people. And then all those helpful tips, I know you can find them at ready.gov, along with some additional ones. If you have pets, you want to make sure you have some extra pet food.
Yeah, don't forget your pets.
Yeah, please don't forget your pets. We love those little fur babies.
Yeah.
And again, if you have anything that you feel as if you need to get checked out, do so now. It's a great day outside. Check on that before something happens. Prepare, don't panic. Check on that ready.gov to just make sure that you have the correct supplies, the equipment that you need.
Yeah.
And business owners, I know you could be thinking this applies to you as well. Make sure that you have your trees are cleared away from your property. I want to share with you a really shocking statistic of businesses that suffer a disaster. Do you know what the percentage of that reopens?
5.
Only 50% of businesses that suffer a disaster reopen.
That's really awful.
It's awful. I mean, I know 2020 has been hard enough as it is.
For sure.
So if whatever you can do to prepare, we couldn't prepare for the coronavirus. We didn't know that was going to be going on. But thankfully, we have the weather updates. We have those things that we can count on. So just checking on that to make sure that you're prepared with our emergency ready plan that we're able to offer. It's a free resource. Me and Cheri would be happy to help you with that.
Yeah, it's a great time to get this done.
Absolutely. It's kind of like a downtime. People are starting to get back open.
Yeah.
So this would be great for anything that could happen, whether it's a water damage or a storm damage, anything really. It's a great resource to have on hand, and it's so handy. Comes in a document, is accessible on the App Store, the Google Play Store.
You have that go-to packet.
Absolutely. Instead of scrolling through your phone trying to find the information, it's in one ready place. So if you have any questions about that, we'd love to help you with that as well.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And just to sort of piggyback on that, part of those are like evacuation type plans, right?
Yeah.
So that's also a really good thing. Hopefully all families have a fire evacuation plan.
Yeah, you know where to go.
Fire, you know where to go. You have a central meeting point. That's really important for storms as well, whether you're a commercial business or a residential homeowner. So make sure that your children and your family members all know that should XYZ occur, everyone out of the house, a central meeting point, so that someone's not looking for someone who may have already left the premises,
right?
And wasting time, or could
endangering themselves,
an injury or something.
Absolutely.
For sure. And make sure that you have that location. So I think that we're fortunate because we have so much news. Sometimes it can be a little overwhelming because it's too much. But make sure that you utilize those resources. You keep in touch with elderly people who might live alone or near you.
Absolutely.
Check in and just make sure that you're prepared. And we're definitely here. Should you need extra resources and help, and that's what we love to do.
Yeah, absolutely. We're so glad. Hopefully we're coming down to tropical storms, so we're not expecting too much damage. But if it were to happen, we're here. We're ready. We're here to help. And you can always just give us a quick call. We'll be right there.
Definitely. One team.
Yes. Thank you.